Thank you, Ruthella. And with all these lovely ladies we have today, I'm here with a handsome Dan. How are you, my dear?
Good. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. And tennis, I love tennis. It's a great game. I'm a little bit too old to play it, but when I was younger in high school and in my later years, I loved the game. And it is just, it's so good for your...
It's really a game for the lifetime. So we're happy to kick off another season of junior team tennis.
Great. So tell us about what you've got coming up.
So we've got the spring junior team tennis program in Amador County, available for 7 to 14-year-olds.
Great.
And kids can sign up, and we've got a beginner group, an intermediate, and an advanced group. And they'll play in co-ed doubles. And the season runs for about 6 weeks. The first match is April 13th and runs through May 18th.
Great.
And kids go out on a Saturday and play a match for about a half an hour to an hour, and they do a practice once a week. So yeah, it's a great.
Now they need to bring their own racket.
They do need to bring their own racket. If they have difficulty acquiring a racket, we can provide them with one. And yeah, it's real non-competitive but fun, and it's a great way to enjoy the spring.
When I started out, I was using a wooden racket.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, we've come a long way.
Yeah, and I was a two-hand because I have small hands and wrist, and I had to use two hands because I think it was, gosh, I can't remember her name, but she was one of the pioneers in women's tennis.
Okay.
And then of course when Billie Jean King came along, you know, I loved watching her play. Yeah. But it's so good because it's good for kids, not only for the coordination, but it is such a good sport.
It is a great sport. It's a game of a lifetime. I've been playing myself for about 30 years.
Good for you.
I started, and it's something that I share with my father. He taught me the game when I was 5 years old, and we've been playing for a long time. And even though now he's in his 60s, we still go out and play and hit. So yeah,
it makes me look bad now. Then
yeah, I mean, there's even people in their 80s and 90s playing tennis. So it's a great game, a great way to enjoy time together with other kids, a social atmosphere. Good exercise. So yeah, we're happy to kick off the season.
And the sport has really come along. It's in the forefront. When you got like Jimmy Connors and Steffi Graf, and now the Serena and Venus Williams, and a lot of the newcomers coming along, it's so exciting to watch them play, and it's really become a very popular spectator sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
More so than in the past. Before, you never paid too much attention, but one of my favorites was Andre Agassi.
Yeah, he was one of my personal favorites too.
Yes, he was one of my favorites. Such a gentleman.
Yeah,
and Jimmy Connors was great. McEnroe, of course.
Right. And you know, in terms of American tennis, they're really trying to get a resurgence with some of the top players. We haven't had a top American player for a number of years. And so the USTA, which is the national group that oversees really a lot of these junior tennis programs, is really trying to promote tennis at a younger age, to really develop the players as they go through.
And most kids start out when they're like 3 and 4 years old, hitting the tennis ball.
Yeah, they can. You know, we start this junior league, and we encourage kids to come out around 7. But my daughter, for example, is 6, and she started last year and had a blast, and she's gearing up for her second season. So
that is so cute.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Good for her. They pass it down through the generations. Dan, what is one of the hardest things to teach somebody, a newcomer?
I think just learning the positioning for the ball. So you know, that also the finesse of the game. Kids really want to whack the ball and hit it as hard as they can. And a lot of other sports we encourage that, like baseball and softball. But with tennis, there's a real finesse to the game, and so really. Teaching kids the patience to be able to learn the right technique instead of just killing the ball but we do that every once in a while too for fun.
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing like watching somebody hit an ace right over that net.
Yeah.
And the rules are not that hard. Everybody said, "Oh my gosh, it's so hard," but it's not.
It's really not.
It's very
and the way
simple.
we set up the junior tennis program is real basic. Particularly with the beginners, we use the service box, and it's just focusing on getting the ball back and rallying. And it's amazing to see the growth from the very beginning of the season when the kids are just hopping onto the court for the first time, some of them, till at the end of the season when they're.
I used to go up to the high school and hit against the wall just for like an hour or so, just to get get going and doing it. Let me ask you this: give us the particulars and where the event's going to be held and the times and what they need to do to sign up.
Yeah, to sign up, they need to go to AmadorTennisClub.org, which is the website. They can get a registration form The particulars are at $65 for to participate in the 6-week spring program. There is a $10 off fee if they can register before February 15th. So we're encouraging parents and kids to sign up before February 15th to take advantage of that deadline. All the matches will be held at Argonaut High School tennis courts. They run on Saturdays around 3 o'clock. And yeah, so we're encouraging everybody to visit the website.
Come back and let us know how everything goes. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.